Hello and welcome back. You know what really stinks? When you do your best pitch and the client says, I'll think about it. Or even worse, you see your competitor, who you know is less skilled, walking away with that deal. I am Bharat Ogirala, and today let's talk about what's really happening in those moments. It's not about who has the better product, it's about the psychology. I'm going to reveal 7 such powerful triggers that top salespeople use quietly every single day. And stick with me till the end because trigger number 7, that's my favorite. That's the one that made me close to my first multi-million dollar deal. Let me ask you this. Have you ever walked out of a client meeting, sat at your desk, and thought, yeah, what went wrong? I had all the answers. It wasn't you. It wasn't even the product. It is because you did not use these triggers properly. I've been in sales for 22 plus years now, in SaaS, IT, banking, life sciences, you name it. I've trained over 15,000 salespeople, and I can tell you for sure it is not the sharpest one or the most hardworking guy who wins at the end. It's the one who understands how the mind works. And listen, I am not talking about manipulation. These triggers actually help customers to make decisions faster without overthinking or without regret. Let's look at them one by one. Trigger number 1, reciprocity. Most salespeople, they keep asking, Sir, can you decide today? Can you sign the agreement? But you know what the top 1% do? They give first. One of my students, Kiran, he was chasing a CXO for a few months to get a deal signed, and there was no luck. He came to me asking for help. I told him, forget pitching, just help. Offer something that is useful for the customer before you ask them for a sale. So he went back to the client the next day and offered a free cost saving audit. In that meeting, he told the prospect, Boss, you're losing $80,000 a year because of just one small process gap. And I'd love to help you with a free process audit and share the report with you in a couple of days so you can make the right decision. Would that help? You should have seen the client's face. Shock, then respect. And within 3 months, Kiran tripled his closing ratio. So before your next call, think, what can I give first? Maybe a competitor analysis, maybe a tool suggestion, or maybe even just connecting them with someone very valuable. Trigger number 2, scarcity. We all act faster when we feel we miss out something. One of my students who works in a real estate industry in Mumbai, she was selling flats and apartments. When the customers asks, were there any flats available? She'd straight away say, yes, this flat is available. And the clients always took a visit and always said, okay, we'll think and get back to you. She had many customer appointments in a month, but her closure rate was very, very poor. I told her to try this. If they ask you if the flat is available, just tell them that this is the only flat which is available out of the 3 which are within your budget. And we have 2 more bookings for this week, so you might have to, quicken up your decision. Guess what? Customers started calling her back the very next day. Because in our heads, missing out hurts more than gaining. For you, it could be just saying, I've only got 5 coaching slots this month, or probably, the discount ends on Friday. But just keep it genuine. Let's take a quick pause here. Tell me in the comments, which trigger have you seen work on you as a buyer? I'll reply to every single one. So go ahead and mention it in the comments. All right, going back. Trigger number 3, authority. Sometimes you don't need to be the expert. You just need to borrow authority. Take Rakesh, for example, a young insurance agent. He's in his early 30s. Whenever he goes to pitch an insurance policy, the clients would always say, Beta, you're too young to guide us on this. So he started saying like this. According to the IRDA 2024 report, families in your income bracket save more than 40% with the single policy. Suddenly, no one cared about his age. He was quoting the authority and his sales doubled. So here is what you can do. Use research, industry reports, and testimonials. If you don't have the credibility, borrow it. Trigger number 4, social proof. Now think about this. When you're looking for a restaurant on Zomato, do you pick the one with 3 reviews or the one with 300 reviews? Exactly. Clients are the same. Instead of saying many people use this, you might want to try saying 3 firms like TCS, Infosys, and Wipro, for example, chose this package. TCS saved 2 crores. Infosys cut down their cost by 25%, and Wipro boosted productivity by 40%. When buyers see people like them winning, they don't want to miss out. So the action point here is group your testimonials. If you're selling to startups, show startup stories. If you're selling to doctors, share doctor stories only. Specificity equals to trust. Do not ever give examples which are not relatable to them. Trigger number 5, commitment consistency. This one is like magic. Once people say a small yes, they'll keep saying yes. So instead of asking, are you ready to buy this? Try this one. If I show you a way to cut down 30% of your cost, will you give me 15 minutes of your time? The client will obviously say yes. Then later, based on what you've just seen, does this solve your problem? Another yes. And by the end, the final yes feels like a natural flow. So map out your sales pitch with small yes steps leading to a big one. Trigger number 6, loss aversion. Here is the truth. People run faster to avoid a loss than to chase a gain. I once worked with a training company in Hyderabad. Their pitch was, this will improve your team performance by X percentage. I told them, flip it. Instead, say, by not doing this course or by not doing this, you're losing 2 to 3 deals a month. That's worth 20 to 40 lakhs a year. Suddenly, deals started closing at about 75% higher rates. Don't just say, here is what you'll gain. Say, here is what you're losing every day if you delay. Trigger number 7, my favorite, contrast principle. This one changed my career completely. I used to pitch a service which costed about 5 lakhs. Clients would always say, this is too expensive. Once my mentor told me, first show them a 15 lakh premium package, then show the 5 lakh one. Guess what? 5 lakhs suddenly felt like cheap. And here is the best part, 30% people actually bought the premium one because they thought 5 lakh one is substandard. So the lesson here is always give a premium option. It makes your main offer look like a bargain, and you will be shocked who goes for the top tier. These are just 7 triggers, but I've put together all the 21 triggers that my students have used to close thousands of deals across every industry you can think of. It's called the Sales Psychology Mastery Blueprint. It has real case studies, step-by-step scripts, and action plans you can start using immediately. If you're someone who's looking to upgrading your sales skills under continuous mentorship, I'm sharing my calendar link below in the comments. Go ahead and block a time for a one-on-one conversation with me today. In that session, I'll give you personalized practical suggestions to accelerate your sales career multifold. And that's it, guys. Those are the 7 dark psychology triggers every salesperson uses, but they won't let you know. I'll see you in the next video.